If this video found you right now, it is not random, it is resonance. And today, we'll open a door that connects ancient wisdom and modern science, the door where your voice becomes light. Your voice is not just sound, it is a command. Every tone you release tells your body if it is safe, centered, or in chaos. Ancient teachers called this the sacred science of sound. In India, the Rishis named this center of energy chakra, a Sanskrit word meaning wheel or vortex. They called this one Vishuddha, the throat chakra, the energy of purification. But in Egypt, the same truth was spoken in a different tongue. Thoth, the master of light, called it the seal of the throat, the point where truth becomes vibration, and vibration becomes creation. Different names, same source. Because all light speaks one language, the language of energy. Here's something most people don't know. Your voice tone and rhythm directly modulate your physiology. A calm, resonant voice tells your nervous system that you are safe. A tense, broken voice signals danger. That is why humming, a simple, gentle naturally relaxes your body. It slows the exhale, balances the heart rate, and awakens the subtle muscles in the throat that guide your energy flow. Thoth taught that creation begins not with thought, but with the spoken word. Because a word in alignment is not noise, it is light in motion. When it passes through the seal of the throat, it organizes emotion, intention, and even your cellular rhythm. And this bridge between sound and biology is the thyroid, the butterfly-shaped gland at the base of your neck. It regulates your energy, your metabolism, your mood. In Thoth's language, it is the mirror that reflects your inner coherence. When you speak truth, the body aligns. When you silence yourself, the body loses rhythm. You are not broken. You are simply disconnected from your natural frequency. This is not a promise of healing. It is a practice of resonance, a reminder that your biology listens to your vibration. India called it a chakra. Egypt called it a seal of light. You know it as your voice, the bridge between spirit and matter. Before we begin, try this short activation. Inhale softly through your nose. Exhale with a gentle hum. Feel the vibration in your throat and at the base of your neck. And think to yourself, truth in me, light in my voice. No force, no volume, only presence. Because your body listens to your voice. And when you speak in alignment, the universe listens too. Thoth is at the gate. Let's enter together. Chapter 1. The Bridge Between India and Egypt. Vishuddha and the Seal of Ma'at. Long before the word chakra existed, there were temples of sound. And in those temples, Thoth taught that every living being carries within the body a system of light vortices, doors through which the soul breathes. Thousands of years later, in another sacred land, the Rishis of India described the same system. They called them chakras, spinning wheels of subtle energy, turning endlessly between heaven and earth. But listen carefully. Different continents, different languages, yet both spoke of the same invisible truth. In Sanskrit, Vishuddha means pure, clarified. It is the chakra of the throat, the field of ether,
where vibration takes shape. In Egypt, Thoth called this same center the seal of Ma'at, the gate of truth. Ma'at was not only a goddess, she was a principle, the living code of balance that sustains the cosmos. To speak with Ma'at meant to vibrate in alignment with universal order. So when the Rishis taught mantra, and when Thoth taught Heka, the Egyptian word for word of power, they were both describing the same sacred mechanism. Sound that aligns with truth becomes light. Light that passes through the throat becomes form. Your throat is not simply a passage of air, it is a portal of manifestation. When you speak with coherence, you command reality. When you sing with devotion, you purify vibration. When you lie, suppress, or distort, you fracture your own frequency. That's why Thoth said, "He who guards his voice guards the harmony of the worlds." Modern science is only beginning to echo this. The vagus nerve, the bridge between the brain and the body, passes directly through the throat. Your tone of voice communicates not only with people, but with your own nervous system. A peaceful voice calms your organs. A harsh voice triggers defense. Every tone is an order, every sound a signal. The ancients already knew. The throat is where heaven speaks to matter. In Egypt, initiates stood in chambers of limestone designed to amplify resonance. In India, monks sat in caves carved to hold vibration, like a womb of sound. Both knew that sound does not leave a space empty. It writes patterns into it. Vishuddha and the seal of Ma'at are mirrors of each other. Different languages, one source. They both reveal this truth. Sound is the architect of energy. And when your throat chakra awakens, your voice stops being just communication. It becomes creation. So as we move forward, remember, every syllable, every breath, every whisper is a line of code in your reality. Speak light. Speak balance. Speak as one who remembers that the voice of Thoth still echoes inside you.
Chapter 2: The Voice That Creates Worlds. Before there was light, there was sound. And before there was sound, there was intention. Thoth taught that every word carries geometry, unseen but precise. He called it Heka, the divine speech, the vibration that gives shape to the invisible. Each tone is a line of light. Each syllable, a pattern in the quantum field. Modern science calls it resonance. When a frequency meets matter, matter rearranges to mirror the frequency. The ancients already knew. Your voice is not a metaphor, it is a force. Every time you speak, your throat chakra, or the seal of Ma'at, vibrates across dimensions. The thyroid, sitting like a butterfly at the gate of your throat, translates that vibration into biochemistry. When your words carry fear, the gland tightens, your body contracts. When your words carry truth, it opens, harmonizes, and distributes light through your cells. You've seen this before. When someone speaks from the heart, the entire room softens. Because the voice is not just air, it's emotion made audible. It's energy taking its first step into form. The Rishis said, Vishuddha is the purifier. Thoth
said the throat is the gate of creation. Both spoke of the same reality, that sound is the engine of manifestation. Think about it. Everything that exists was once sound. Your name, your identity, your dreams, all spoken into being. You are surrounded by echoes of your past words, living in the architecture your vibration built. That's why silence has power. Not the silence of suppression, but the silence of alignment. In that stillness, the voice of Thoth whispers again, "Do not speak to convince, speak to create." Your voice doesn't end at your lips. It travels through fields of energy, through the ether, carrying instructions to the quantum canvas of reality. When you speak from coherence, your body heals faster. When you chant sacred tones, your nervous system recalibrates. When you affirm truth instead of fear, your energy expands, not by magic, but by physics of vibration. Because every molecule in your body is listening, and the first voice it hears is your own. The voice is not just communication, it is creation. And when you remember that, you stop reacting to life and begin composing it. Chapter 3: The Biological Mirror of the Soul. Your body is not separate from your energy. It is the physical memory of your vibration. Every emotion you suppress, every truth you silence, leaves an imprint, not just in your mind, but in your biology. Thoth called the body the vessel of light, a sacred architecture that mirrors the state of the soul. And nowhere is that mirror clearer than in the throat, where energy becomes sound and sound becomes chemistry. Right behind that sacred center rests the thyroid gland, small, delicate, shaped like the wings of a butterfly. But its function is vast. It regulates your metabolism, temperature, and the rhythm of your body's energy. Modern science calls it the metabolic conductor. Ancient Egypt called it the breath of Ma'at, the rhythm of balance. When your words are aligned with your heart, the thyroid resonates with coherence. When your voice expresses fear, suppression, or self-betrayal, its rhythm is disturbed. This is not mysticism, it's communication between systems. Your tone of voice sends direct messages through the vagus nerve, which connects your throat to your heart, lungs, and gut. Every time you speak in truth, your body receives that message of safety. Every time you swallow your truth, your body receives that message of contraction. You are constantly programming yourself, not with affirmations alone, but with frequency. Your biology is listening to your vibration, and your vibration is sculpted by your voice. The Rishis said that Vishuddha purifies the inner fire. Thoth said that the throat is the gate of the gods. Both spoke of the same mystery, that the body and the soul are one conversation. So this is not about forcing positivity or chanting empty words. It's about coherence. When your voice aligns with your truth, your nervous system feels safe. When your energy feels safe, your light expands naturally. Let this awareness sink in. You don't have to become anything new. You only have to sound like who you already are. Thoth activation, the light of the voice. Now, take a gentle breath through your nose. Let it move slowly down into your chest and up again to your throat. Then, softly repeat, either aloud or in thought. I awaken the seal of light. The truth of Thoth moves through my throat. My word becomes creation. Feel the vibration in the center of your neck, not as pressure, but as presence. This is your bridge between energy and matter. Your own biology remembering the sound of truth.
Chapter 4. The frequency of Vishuddha. There is an element the ancients said could not be seen, only felt. It is not earth, not water, not fire, not air, but the fifth. They called it ether, the invisible field through which sound travels, the breath of the cosmos itself. In India, the Rishis taught that the throat chakra, Vishuddha, is governed by this ether. They said it was the space between things, the medium that carries thought, emotion, and intention into vibration. In Egypt, Thoth described the same principle in another tongue. He called it Achet, the luminous field where all words leave their imprint. For Thoth, the ether was a mirror of divine memory. Every sound, every prayer, every tone remains forever written in its light. So when you speak, you're not throwing words into emptiness. You're engraving frequency into the fabric of existence. Sound doesn't vanish. It lives, echoes, and shapes. That's why the ancients were careful with their voice. They understood that sound is not merely expression, it is architecture. Every word you speak becomes a pattern within the ether, and the ether in turn responds with manifestations that match your tone. This is why Vishuddha means purification. It's not about morality, it's about frequency. When your voice is purified, your energy field becomes transparent. Your thoughts move faster. Your emotions settle into clarity. You begin to attract experiences that resonate with your tone, not because of wishful thinking, but because of vibrational alignment. Thoth's disciples practiced this science through sacred utterance, the hecha. They didn't shout, they resonated. They didn't pray to be heard, they spoke to remember. Because the true voice is not about volume, it's about vibration. When your vibration matches truth, the universe listens. Modern physics hints at this same mystery. The quantum field is not a void, it's a field of information. Every signal, every emotion, every voice interacts with it. What the ancients called ether, science now calls energy field. Different words, same reality. And so when you chant, sing, hum, or simply speak with awareness, you're not performing ritual. You're aligning with the same field that holds the stars in place. You are tuning yourself to the frequency of creation. That's why silence after sound feels sacred, because the ether is still vibrating with your last word. So pause for a moment. Feel the space around you. It's not empty. It's alive, and it's listening. In that stillness, say softly to yourself, "My voice carries through the ether. My sound shapes the unseen. The universe remembers my frequency. This is Vishuddha. This is the seal of light. This is the truth that both Thoth and the Rishis guarded, that the ether doesn't just carry your sound, it carries your soul."
Chapter 5. The Light Seal of Truth. Truth is not an idea, it is a frequency. It is the tone that aligns the soul with the order of creation. For Thoth, truth was not moral judgment, it was resonance. In the temples of Ma'at, the priests did not pray for forgiveness. They tuned themselves to harmony. They knew that the moment a human speaks against their own knowing, the throat closes, the energy twists, and the light dims. To speak in truth was to keep the seal of light open, the sacred portal through which divine order moves into the world. Thoth called this seal the heart's echo. He said that the words of a person whose heart and throat are united can shape reality faster than thought, because in that alignment, vibration meets geometry, emotion meets creation. You have felt this before, when someone speaks truth, not just opinion, and the air changes around them. That silence after truth is the sound of energy reordering itself. The Egyptians called it Heka, the magic of sound. The Hindus called it mantra, the sound that protects the mind. Both knew that the power is not in the word itself, but in the alignment behind it. To speak without alignment drains your energy. To speak with alignment restores it. And when that happens, the thyroid, the throat chakra, and the soul's field come into coherence. Science now echoes this wisdom. When people speak with integrity, tone, pace, and breathing balanced, their heart rhythm becomes coherent. Their brain waves synchronize, and their voice carries a measurable resonance that calms listeners. Truth literally harmonizes biology. That is why Thoth's seal was not symbolic. It was anatomical and energetic, a bridge between divine principle and physical form. When you speak what is true for your heart, your energy flows freely. When you lie to yourself, even in silence, you block your own current. The key is not perfection, it is awareness. To notice when your throat tightens, to breathe before you speak, to choose words that match your vibration. So pause. Bring your attention to your throat, to that luminous gate between your mind and your heart. Breathe slowly and let your inner voice whisper this activation of truth. I align my voice with my heart. I speak in resonance with Ma'at. My truth restores my light. Let that vibration move through your body. Gentle, clear. No force, just presence. This is the essence of the light seal of truth. It's not about control, it's about coherence. Because when you speak from truth, you don't push reality, you let it unfold.
Chapter 6. Healing Through Resonance. Thoth once said, "Every illness is a rhythm forgotten." He meant that health is not something you chase, it's a state of resonance you remember. Every cell in your body is vibrating right now. Billions of tiny instruments playing a silent symphony. And like any orchestra, they depend on one thing: tuning. When your words are harsh, fearful, or self-rejecting, the instruments fall out of tune. But when your tone carries truth, compassion, and coherence, the entire system begins to resonate again. This is what the ancients understood, that sound is medicine when born from alignment. They used chanting, humming, and harmonic speech not as ritual, but as frequency calibration. Each sound was a geometric key unlocking a part of the nervous system. Modern science now touches the same mystery. Research in vibroacoustics shows that gentle sound frequencies can relax the vagus nerve, lower cortisol, and restore heart rhythm variability.
the same physiological balance that ancient initiates called Ma'at within the body. It's not superstition, it's resonance. When your body feels safe, energy flows. When energy flows, healing begins naturally, emotionally, physically, energetically. Not through external force, but through internal harmony. Your thyroid, positioned at the throat's gate, responds immediately to vibration. Every hum, every slow exhale, every heartfelt word sends a wave through it. That wave travels through the bloodstream as hormones, and those hormones signal to the body that balance has been restored. So when you hum softly, when you sing without expectation, when you speak with gentleness, you are not being sentimental. You are practicing ancient bioacoustics. The Rishis called it Nada Yoga, the union through sound. Thoth called it Heka, the sacred vibration that rewrites matter. Different names, one wisdom. Vibration heals what logic cannot reach. Close your eyes for a moment and imagine your throat as a sphere of blue light. With every breath, that light grows clearer, as if the ether around you is remembering your original tone. Then whisper softly, without strain, "I am resonance." Every sound I release restores harmony. Light listens to my voice. Let the sound fade into silence. Notice that even when the voice stops, the vibration remains. A subtle warmth, a hum beneath the stillness. That is your energy field realigning. That is resonance. You don't need complicated rituals. You don't need belief. Only awareness of your own frequency. Because healing was never about adding something new. It was about returning to your natural tone, the one Thoth called the original sound of the soul.
Chapter 7. The Return of the Ancient Sound. There was a time when humanity spoke light. Every word carried intention. Every tone carried truth. Every prayer was geometry. Those who remembered this were not gods, they were listeners. They understood that the universe is made of vibration, and that the purest sound is not heard with the ears, but with the soul. Thoth called it the living word. The Rishis called it Nada Brahma. Sound is God. Different lands, same knowing. The universe sings itself into existence. But as the ages turned, humanity began to speak faster than it listened. Noise replaced tone. Words lost weight. The seal of light at the throat began to close, and silence turned into suppression instead of sacredness. Yet the sound was never gone. It waited, patiently in the cells, in the ether, in the memory of the soul. And now, in this age of awakening, it begins to rise again. When you speak with awareness, you reactivate it. When you breathe with intention, you tune to it. When you vibrate with truth, you become its instrument. This is the return of the ancient sound, not as a religion, but as remembrance. Not as chant or doctrine, but as vibration through living voices reclaiming coherence. Even the simplest hum, when felt from the heart, is part of this global reactivation. Each time a human speaks with compassion instead of reaction, the planet's frequency rises. Every calm tone restores the field of Ma'at, the cosmic balance. The ancients built temples of stone. We are building temples of sound. Each word spoken in truth becomes architecture in the invisible. So when you speak today, to yourself, to someone you love, or to the silence, remember this:
You are the continuation of Thoth's experiment. You are the resonance that never stopped. Because creation did not end. It is still singing through you. Now close your eyes for a breath. Let the memory awaken in your throat and say softly, as an invocation to the field, "The ancient sound returns through me. I speak from the center of light. My voice remembers." Feel the air around you change, not as proof, but as presence. This is what Thoth meant when he said, "The word never dies. It only waits to be spoken again."
Final chapter. Speak as the gods spoke. Creation does not speak in noise. It speaks in coherence. Every planet, every atom, every living being vibrates in the same sacred rhythm, the rhythm of truth. When Thoth looked upon humanity, he saw a world that had forgotten its original tone. But he also saw the prophecy that one day, when the chaos of noise reached its peak, the ancient frequency would rise again through the voices of those who remember. That day is now, and that voice is yours. You were not given a voice to argue with the world, but to tune it. Every sound that leaves your lips either expands or contracts creation. That is the real meaning of the power of the word. When you speak with truth, you heal. When you speak with gratitude, you expand. When you speak with love, you resurrect forgotten frequencies of light. This is what Thoth meant when he said, "The word of man is the echo of the divine." You are not separate from the source. You are its sound. The Rishis called it the nada, the Egyptians called it the heka, and you, here and now, can call it what it truly is, your vibration of creation. So speak as the gods spoke, with intention, with gentleness, with light behind every syllable. Your voice is the pen of the universe. Every sentence you speak writes a new geometry in the ether. And when your tone aligns with truth, reality reshapes itself around you. The world is listening. The ether is awake. And your frequency is being recorded in the field of eternity. So breathe. Place your awareness on your throat, that radiant seal of blue light, and let this final activation rise through you like a prayer of power. Thoth's final activation, the voice of light. I speak from truth. My voice is light. My words create worlds. Say it once aloud. Whisper it once within. And then write it as a declaration. Type it in the comments, not for the algorithm, but for the field that hears you. Every time someone writes it, the vibration multiplies. This is not a belief, it's resonance. You are anchoring coherence into the collective field.
Thoth's prophecy is fulfilled each time a human speaks light into sound. And now, through you, the voice of the gods speaks again. Let your words become light. Let your truth become sound. And let your voice remind the world what creation sounds like.